Good morning, San Antonio and the surrounding areas. You know who you are. That's right. London, Japan, and Poteet, where we're huge. We're huge everywhere. I am with one of our favorite people in the whole wide world, Pamela Allen from the Eagles Flight Advocacy, and they're getting ready for the holidays. I know it's a special edition. You're probably saying to yourself, Cleto, you don't have a show on Tuesdays. Well, we do today, and I'm so glad you reminded me because I had put it on my calendar. But you know what's funny? I don't check my calendar all the time,
Yeah,
and
nice.
I've gotten some trouble, for not doing that. But yeah, so we're here at their location, their headquarters, right over here, and on the west side of San Antonio. They're getting ready for the holidays. Pam, how are you?
Doing well, holding up well. We've been up to our ears in turkey and in green beans. And so we're getting ready today to kind of change the channel and get ready for Christmas.
And as we're talking right now, let me make sure I get this earpiece here right. You guys are, I mean, literally, I'm telling you right now, there's people downstairs. We're on the second floor. They're getting ready for Christmas up here in the second floor. And but downstairs, they have so many people there. Oh, can we share your location? I mean,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So we're here at the old Dwight Middle School, 2454 West South Cross, and it's like right off of General Hudnall. Well, that's where I came through General Hudnall.
Okay.
And I came out that way, but I was like, man, I could have gone down South Cross and just hit a couple McDonald's on the way. But anyway, I've been down this neighborhood. I perform at a couple of churches down here, so I was like, where am I? And then it hit me after a while. Like, oh yeah, I've been here before.
Yeah, we're in South San Independent School District, and they've been so wonderful with us. They asked us to join them in their care zone.
Okay.
So this is what's known as their care zone, where families can come and get food, clothing. The babies can get anything that they need as far as Pampers, formula, strollers, car seats, and that's what we provide here. But what South San provides as well is counseling, family and engagement. We also have San Antonio Threads here. And so this building is used to serve the community. And it's been a really great alliance with them.
Well, that's good. I'm glad because, I mean, you guys have been doing some remarkable stuff over the years. We were talking about this off camera that you guys I've seen you start from, just the bare minimum to where you guys have reached out and exceeded probably your expectations at the time to see, what so many faces just, knowing that, seeing their faces, knowing that they're going to receive, not only a warm meal, but they're going to receive, warm blankets and clothing. And to me, it's just so, rewarding to be able to see you guys, as someone would say, boots to the ground, so, but it's like you are truly that person. And, one of the things I was talking about you guys just the other day, and I was letting, because we're talking about nonprofits and stuff, and there's so many nonprofits but you guys have really stood out, to myself and, especially my family, because they've been involved in what you guys have done, and you've got different chapters, and explain to everybody the different chapters, because you got not only what you do for the holidays, but you also got the thing at your house, everything you guys do is just it really touches your heart, because it takes the saying, it takes a village to make something happen. You have that village. I saw him downstairs, and
the natives are busy.
There's some child labor laws kicking in. I'm just saying, but no, seriously, you're all from school. You think? Come on over here. So it's like, I think for the most part, you guys are doing some wonderful things. But explain to them, a little bit more about Eagles Flight.
Sure, absolutely. Eagles Flight. I'm going to tell you, I bought that name in 2002. And what Cleto and I were talking about is the faithfulness of God, and most importantly, His timing. And it wasn't the time for me to start that, but I started feeding. I started feeding people under the bridge. I was known as the bread lady, and I've been called worse. Okay, but I worked with HEB, and and I would get bread, take bread, and I'd buy juice and milk and start feeding. I am the daughter of a case manager, and all of my memories are always of helping and feeding and taking care of children. And so it wasn't until we came up to 2013 that I finally became a nonprofit. I've always been an advocate because I changed professions when my son got diagnosed with autism. So we've always helped the special needs community with my advocacy. We've always done the outreach, but we got our business together, and I went ahead and retired from my position at Summit Christian Center in 2016 so I could fully devote my time to Eagles Flight. And yes, we have been through, I mean, Tim,
since 2016?
2013 is when we became a nonprofit, and I finally retired because I was doing two jobs at the same time. And, Tim was supporting us. My husband, my handsome man, was supporting us as we were going through this. And then as time went on, we started getting some help, and then things kind of blew up for us when Kim Rapier-Verrett came on board and said, I'm going to help you. And so, we've been grateful for the help that she's given us in the past. Then comes along some wonderful people, the Ansira family, and you already know. We're so grateful for April and Jason and all that they do, not just for us, but in the community. So we do outreach, we feed, and we clothe families, and we have a multi-generational clothing closet named after my mother, Lily's legacy. And so anywhere from the abuelitas to the school-age children, they can come and get clothing. Then we have Giovanni's Hugs, and Giovanni's Hugs is very near and dear to my heart. Giovanni Ochoa, it's going to be 21 years ago in December that his body was discovered, and the hands that were supposed to take care of him were actually the hands that killed him. And so I don't ever want anybody to forget about his journey. And so we named it after him. We have his picture up there with his smiley face because we know that our children deserve to be loved and treated appropriately. We have that closet, the Giovanni's Hugs, so that we can help alleviate some of that stress of raising our little ones. And so we do that. We help the families with that. So we have all of that going on there. Then what you were talking about with our stay.
Hold on a second. Let me tell you. Come here.
While we're talking,
come here.
Bringing in.
We have a special celebrity with us here, Maite Ruiz, everybody, as known as the Tamalera. And let me tell you something.
Wait.
She is this hers or my order?
No, this is your order. I'm still waiting for
No, while you're here, I need to order. But wait, hold up.
She found me. I don't even remember posting the address.
You didn't.
How did you find me?
I'm not Tamalera.
Oh my gosh.
My detective skills, you mentioned Dwight Middle School.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly
yes.
That. I'm right here. I'm like, let me just
nice.
She
perfect.
Brought gold. She brought gold.
No, she brought gold. Like,
oh my gosh, they're warm.
Yeah. She's taking orders for tamales. I'm telling you, we were talking about these the other day. The other night, I said she's got these carne guisada, Pam. Carne guisada tamales. No, with beans.
Because there's a form, and I'm trying to figure out the
yes.
But you're
I know, I'm here. But I will get
she found me. I saw her come and go, was that my day? I'm with my one good eye. Is it?
Wait,
oh, that's so
I didn't
awesome.
see her. I saw the tamales.
That's what we call. She's like, I will find you.
Oh my gosh! So you've got bean and chicken and pork and carne guisada.
No, what I got is Lynette's tamales. That's what I got.
But Lynette loves me more.
You know,
than
I
you
know.
Do, so
I might have to. I'm gonna say, babe, I got your tamales. I'm gonna have to try them out. We weren't gonna have a money shot, but we got one now.
Yeah, she got some of the best-selling ones.
So. Oh, did she? Oh, okay. Well, she knows
the bombers.
Mm-hmm. So. Oh, sweet. Oh man.
Nice.
I didn't mean to bomb on this. I was just like.
That's perfect. Because I know you're around here. That's right. Because she's part of. No, it's in Southwest.
Yeah, I moved.
Yeah, that's right. She
moved.
No She's not here no more. She goes to the Southwest Dragons.
Okay.
So
can you leave your number with my people downstairs and say
definitely.
Pam said she needs this immediately.
Definitely.
Well, let everybody know how they can find you for your tamales.
Facebook. I'm on Facebook under La Tamalera.
Yeah.
Or just find me, and then I have a link from me to La Tamalera Facebook page.
That's right. And she's just making time, and she's just dropping them off. She ain't spending the night. All this all you guys out there, those cochinos, are telling me, like, I'm going to give me 5 dozen. Just, cook here. Yeah. No, she's just dropping them off. That's it.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you, Maite. We'll see you.
Thank you. Good
Sis,
to
I
see you.
normally like to,
Oh,
have her on the show when she's on break. She's on break, but she's busy. Forget that.
maybe tomorrow? You have a live tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes. Yes, I'll be at Nadler's.
Oh, perfect. I've never been.
All right, well, come on down.
Good
I
to
will
see
see
you,
you.
Shula.
So I got my guests for tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. And well, I'm going to have to.
That
try
was
those.
so cool.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
can I put that?
They're so nice and warm.
Oh,
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
back to the so because of our outreach to our special needs community, Mark's journey was very, very spectacular. Now that we're on the other end,
Now let everybody know how old Mark is now.
Mark is 28 years old.
28 years
and
old.
he was diagnosed 26 years ago with autism, and then he acquired.
He's not the one at the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the oldest one? The older boy.
David. He's 40.
40. That's right. Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
No, we've got a lot.
Mark.
So Mark is my youngest. He's 28 years old. He was diagnosed 26 years ago, and that's when the ratio of autism was 1 in 1,000.
Mhm.
Today it's like 1 in 42. And so because of his journey, he wouldn't speak. He couldn't speak. He was low functioning. He did a lot of hand flapping. He used to pull out his eyebrows. He didn't like to wear clothes. So, we didn't go to many places.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
And so that was very difficult. Cleto, when he was younger, he has an older sister, Karen, and she used to have the princess heels. And he was an escaper. And so the only thing that would slow him down was putting on her heels, and he used to conk around on them. So it was a blessing to us. And I know, the feedback is going, oh, you're cross-dressing your child. No. We lived on base.
Mhm.
He would run around naked, and it was during Bill Clinton, don't ask, don't tell kind of thing.
That's right, yeah.
And so he's running around naked, but this time he's going slower because he's got princess heels on. And so it was so very devastating.
He's probably going to be like, Mom, you did not tell that story to everybody watching right now.
He was low functioning. And when he got diagnosed, I remember the doctor saying, you're going to have to look for a facility because he will never speak. He's always going to be this way. And
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, absolutely. And it will
He's the sweetest kid.
absolutely ruin your family. Your family will fall apart. All of these things. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, you got just a snapshot of today, but the bigger picture is in God's hands. So thank you, but no.
Yeah,
I took
right,
him
yeah.
home, and I cried all the way home.
Yeah.
I cried all the way home, and that was the last time I cried.
Mhm.
Because then I just decided this is not what God intended, and God created in me the ability to fight, the ability to speak, and the ability to guard my son. So now here we are, all these years later, and he's high functioning. He has his own checking account and savings account. He doesn't want to drive because he says people are crazy on the highway.
Ain't lying there.
Okay, so yeah, and that's good. That's wisdom. And
That's
so,
wisdom, yeah.
wisdom.
Ain't nothing wrong there.
But he has become so high functioning now they wanted to re-diagnose him with Asperger's. But the bottom line is this, is that God had a bigger picture, and he's still evolving. We're still evolving. And so the ranch was after his journey. When he started speaking, his first words were to Shamu,
Mm-hmm.
and he was watching the Shamu show, and he's swimming away, and he says, "Come back!" I'm like, oh my gosh, those were his first words. We understood that animals were going to have a certain effect on him, and he's not the only one.
Mhm.
We have so many young people with autism that come. They ride the horses, they interact with animals. Some of them ride the zip line. We also have a pool to do swim lessons because leading cause of death for people with autism is drowning.
Mhm.
And so with all of that,
I thought that was super cool. That
Yeah.
when y'all did that, I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
yes,
You know, that
we're
makes a lot
going
of
to
sense.
fight that statistic. And
Mhm.
your daughter Mallory helped us do that. she was one of the lifeguards and the swim buddies.
You know, and it's like getting back to what you said about, you know, when someone is like diagnosing your kid or evaluating your kid. They did that to Mallory too, and in kindergarten.
Wow.
And they told my wife, and it was the worst thing you could have said to my wife, and it was the worst thing you could have said it to, was my wife. They said to my wife that my daughter was never going to catch up to the other kids in reading. She would never catch up, even if, you know, if she tried. My wife, and I remember this because I was in the office with a teacher meeting, and I'm sitting right next to her. My wife goes, "Well, obviously you don't know my father. You don't know my God. You don't know my God." And I'm just like, and she goes, "You don't know my God."
Mm-hmm.
And the lady, the look on her face was like, "Excuse me? Yeah, you don't know my God. I mean, he can make her read like that tomorrow if he wants. And matter of fact, he will." I mean, she just really just like threw it right back at her and was like not gonna take that and was not gonna receive it, and just said, "You know what? We'll see." And she was on a mission. And matter of fact, I believe that's what I think we came in agreement that she was going to homeschool the kids, because she was really like, it really chapped her pretty good.
That was a battle cry for
Yeah,
her.
it was. And you know, when Mama Bear comes out, you know how that is.
No.
Forget it. She just said, "Nah, you know what? And she did a great job with our boys. But I knew it was time to put our kids in school when she started drinking. You know, I don't remember there being a happy hour, you know, at first grade. You know, I knew it was time to put the kids in the school.
Listen, you do what you can to
but,
make it the day.
But she did do a good job. I'll give her that. She did do a fantastic job. And I mean, they right now, I mean, you look at it, I mean, here we had, when I saw the boys and they were like getting straight A's and in school, and I was like, that stemmed from what she taught them.
That was
and that study. They had I was amazed. I mean, because here you have this kid that if I got an A, man, I was going to Pistol Pete's. My dad was like, "You get an A on any of your report cards, you go to Pistol Pete." Well, I got an A in PE.
There you go.
You know, it was an A.
And well, he wasn't specific, I'm sure.
But everything else was like D, F, C. I mean, I was not the student. My wife was the student in growing up, and she was a straight A student. She was in science fairs, and I forgot what is it, babe? What was it called? Science. She was like in all that, you know, like she was a student. Like that was her deal. That was her jam. And me and making people laugh in school was my jam. And it paid off. But anyway, you know, it's like, but for the most part, it's kind of like, you know, I really got to give my hats off to where, you know, where credit is due. And now it's my wife's, you know, studying. But again, getting back to the advocacy, I mean, you all do so much on the like, for instance, you said something earlier about your mom. When did you know that your mom passed the torch to you? When did you decide to pick that up?
My mom, she always declared that, all right, you are definitely getting to the point of a frustrated social worker. How can I help? And Mom used to tell me that all the time. And it was with Mark. It was with Mark.
Okay.
Because I was in broadcasting. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to do.
So let everyone know, what did you do in broadcasting?
I was in radio. I don't have the face for TV.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Well, and yeah.
See, well, you said it. I did it anyway.
But I was on the radio, and you know, throughout my studies, this is just something I knew I was going to pursue, something that had to do with my voice. And God just showed me that, yeah, it's going to do with your voice, but you're going to use it for others. And that was a very humbling experience for me. When my son needed me, everything changed. And so we started just following his journey. And so our home looks as if it was everything that Mark needed when he grew up. When we have families come over, and by the way, we did our Friendsgiving, because every Thanksgiving, Eagles Flight will host a certain community, children who've gone through abuse, through trauma. So this season, it was our special needs adults, and they were all at our house. We gave them hay rides.
Nice.
They got to play with the animals. And when they come back there, they're like, what is this place? And I said, this is Mark's journey.
Wow.
And, you know, we had been doing that for a few
I like that,
years.
Mark's journey.
It's Mark's journey. We had done that for a while. And then here comes Kim. And she said, I'll help you with this. And so it was pretty amazing because we've been able to fortify that whole place with a fence, because a lot of our children with autism, they'd go running off into the neighbors. We live in a wooded area. So we've been able to fortify that place, put up that that swimming pool, which again has saved so many lives. And we've been able to do a lot because we were given that extra help and support.
And shout out to Kim, you know, let everybody know who she is and what she does.
Okay, yeah. Glenn and Kim Rapier-Verrett, they are philanthropists in our city that have sown into the lives of so many, and me included. And it has just been an amazing journey. I've been honored and humbled by their graciousness, because with them, we've been able to soar higher, and we've been able to help so many. You know, we talk about some of the things that we do here, Cleto. There's some things that I never set out to do. And someone was asking me about that. Why did you start burying babies? Well,
oh yeah, I thought about you the other day when I saw the fire. Not the fire chief. It was a fire PR person, from the fire station, saying that they have letting people know that you can now drop off the babies at the.
We've been able to do that
since fire. I thought about you when I saw that.
1999. That law, the Baby Moses law, has been in place
because it wasn't there before.
Yeah. So here's how the law changed. So 1999, Governor Bush signed that law into effect. And the law is very simple. If you have a child under 60 days or less, you can take that unharmed child to a fire station, a hospital, or any place that displays the Safe Baby logo site.
Right.
1999. For the past 9 years, I've lobbied to include safe boxes, safety devices, boxes on the outside of the building. Why? Because a lot of women are intimidated by anybody in a uniform and a badge. They don't want to have to go through that. So that box is on the outside of the building. They'd be able to open the door. There's a drawstring bag that has a lot of resources for them, because mama needs help too.
Right.
Put the baby in there, close it, an alarm goes off, and they come and get that baby. They have like a 2 or 3 minute window to come and get that baby. That law changed last year. I was jumping for joy. We had worked so hard, knocking on the doors of senators and Governor Abbott's office and some of our lawmakers here to please change that law. And it did, but the law did get changed. But why we decided to do that, it was the death of my niece. She was born, and they said she only had a couple of hours to live. We all gathered, held her, kissed her. Great job, baby girl. We'll see you on the other side. To me, when we go, wouldn't that be the most amazing thing to leave in a blanket of love?
Yeah.
So that we can go to the ultimate love that was ever given. That is a tremendous thing for me.
Wow.
So 6 weeks after we said goodbye to her, that's when baby Noelle was found at the waste management facility. And I couldn't stand it. Everything within me was like, no. How could this happen? And I looked at Tim and I said, that's my baby, and I'm burying that baby. And he was like, okay. And then I had an ornament on my tree that said Noelle, and his name is Noelle.
Wow.
So you learn. So it was a journey. We're now in the 60s of the amount of not only babies that we've buried, but we took on the mantle of helping those women through domestic violence. And there's some that didn't make it. And we look at Andreen McDonald's case. We look at other cases. We have helped bury them as well. And so we now have an empowerment support system here that women wanting to leave out of a domestic violence situation can absolutely do so. So we've evolved.
Right.
We've come into this place that we're like, yes, we'll do it. I have this sign over my door as I leave my house that says, here am I, send me. And there are some days that I'm like, okay, take it down. Take it down. That's rough, because it is. So some days are rough, honey.
I can imagine. Just, I've seen, I've just from Cleto Claus alone, I've been able to see, families that are definitely in need, and that's one thing. But when you see, a child just thrown away in the
Yeah.
dumpster or left in an alley or just somewhere. It's just the abandonment, it's just, it tugs at you
It
so
does.
bad. And I mean, that was a reason, that was a big reason why I stopped watching the news, even though I worked with them for so many years. I had to stop watching it
It's
because
hard.
it was rough. It was like, and then my heart went out to the reporters who had to do stories on
Mm-hmm.
these folks and these kids. And I'm like, I don't know how in the world they do it, but I would look at them and I'm like, man, and it's not, and I've seen them. They have, they know the job. They know the job. They know what they signed up for. But at the same time, I've had seen some reporters and even anchors that have to report it that are just like trying hard not to break down
It's very
because
moving.
they have a heart. They have
Mm-hmm.
a soul. And it's like they can only imagine, because what it does is, what a story does is it takes you to, what if that was me?
Mm-hmm.
How would I feel? How would it's like a drama, like a novella. It's like you're like all of a sudden you're like, why am I crying? Like, well, now because you're picturing if that was your kid,
Yeah.
if that was you right now.
It tugs at the heart. It really tugs at the heart. Someone asked me, do you ever hold the babies that you buried? And the answer is no,
Mm,
because I know that I've got a long way to go. But there was one case that happened a couple of years ago. Danilo Coles, a little boy, 12 years old, special needs.
mhm.
He had some behavioral issues. He was beaten to death by his father and his stepmother. And his mother lives in Chicago. And we had a small service for him, and he had no one to stand with him. And I broke every boundary and I went and sat with him
Wow.
because he didn't have a mama. And I wanted him to have a mama next to him. And he should have had that love and support, but he didn't. Um, that trial is just coming up. And that's something I'm watching as well. But that's the only little boy that I've ever stood with and saw as after his body was prepared, because I did end up sending his body to his mother
Mm.
in Chicago. But that's the only boy, Cleto, and it's one of those cases. And by the way, one of those cases where a woman died from domestic violence. And I never told you this because I didn't want you to get all emotional. But you served her family. You gave Christmas gifts to her children right after she had been killed. You didn't know that. I
No, I
didn't
did not
want you
know
to
it. Yeah.
because I didn't want you to get
Well, I'm glad you didn't
emotional.
tell me. Man, that would have been
Yes.
rough for me.
Yeah. No, I knew it would have been. And Lynette was with you too. And I
Mm.
didn't want you guys to know the particulars, but those
Wow.
little babies, there's three. They were 6 and 8 and 9.
Wow.
And they were so little when their mother got killed. And it was right after that Cleto Claus
Yeah.
came and blessed them. But I did not want to tell you that because I thought he's not going to be able to stand in the face of this
Yeah, I
and
couldn't.
look
I
at
couldn't.
them.
Yeah, I would have broke down.
Yeah.
I would probably hug them and just like,
and I couldn't.
sir, can you let me go? Yeah, hold on a second.
No, you and Lynette.
Yeah.
That was at Natural Bridge Caverns. I
Natural
believe?
Bridge Caverns.
Yes. Now closed. They got closed in August, and these have been.
I think I remember you telling me something about that.
Yes, it has been one of the toughest years financially, but God is faithful.
Amen.
And we didn't get the huge numbers that we wanted to get, but we were able to bless some families for Thanksgiving. We got to have Friendsgiving with our special needs community. And there's joy in that. There's joy in what we're able to do. And so we're getting ready for Christmas. We've already been working because we work on December 26th.
Okay.
We start planning for the next Christmas. And so you can see we've got some stuff behind us.
You know what? What are we doing on time there, producer? Okay, let's take a quick break. We're going to do a quick roll call, and then we're going to find out who's on, and then we're going to go ahead and talk more about Christmas, getting ready for the holidays here to help out Eagles Flight. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Don't blow your money. Call Beluga Air and Insulation. You've trusted us to cool and heat your home, and now we're offering insulation. Insulating your home is necessary with our San Antonio weather. Adding insulation keeps the air you purchase inside of your home instead of escaping through your attic. On average, homeowners have seen a savings up to 54% on their annual energy bill. It also allows your HVAC unit to perform more efficiently, which helps to increase the life of your unit and reduce maintenance problems. Don't blow your money. Call Beluga Air.
Hey guys, if you're planning a party or an event or a wedding or quinceañera or anything like that, you want to give Balloons Over San Antonio a call. That's right. Our good friends over there, Gene Davlos and the gang, are waiting by the phones. They want to help you make your event memorable. That's right. If you need anything from party rentals, like such as tables, chairs, canopies, tents, margarita machines, bouncy houses, whatever it is you need, they got you covered. Give them a call, Balloons Over San Antonio. Right now, they're promoting their luxurious porta potties. That's right. 3 toilets on a trailer. If you have an outdoor event such as like a parade route or a fall festival or just even a family reunion, you don't want anybody messing up your toilets, give them a call. All they need to know is where to drop that trailer off and where to pick it up. They take care of all the work for you, reasonable price, and it will go ahead and make sure your event is memorable because they're air-conditioned porta potties. Come on now. Not your regular porta potties. These are luxurious porta potties. So give them a call. They got you covered. Again, it is Balloons Over San Antonio. They're waiting by the phones. Tell them that you saw this on the Host Cleto show.
When he heard.
All right. With Pam Allen, she's with the Eagles Flight. We were talking a little bit about the organization itself and how what they do in the community for everybody out there. And we're on break, we realized we had some celebrities. A celebrity day is we got Luke here. You want to come out and say hi, Luke? Say hi, Luke. This is Luke right here. Is one of our biggest fans. Luke. This is Luke right here. He's been following me for like years, and we call him a professional stalker. No, good guy. Luke comes support. I mean, he's been my. I think it's the first time he's come to this one. My Luke, thanks. Where you? You should come out often.
Came to the house.
Right. Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Nice. Well, say hey, hi, Luke. Luke Grimes.
Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it.
Luke, everybody. Yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
So let's do a quick roll call, babe. Who's on here? Let me know. Oh, Paul Allen said Mark says hi. How you doing, Mark?
Oh no,
yeah.
You heard me tell the story.
Yeah, he heard you tell the story. You can't go home now, Pam. Rocky Lopez. Good morning, Rocky. It is a very great organization, Maxine. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Maxine. Hey, Rodriguez, good morning. Mighty Bell and Richard is watching right now. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Oh, and said hi, Luke. Luke's got fans on here, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he's got a following.
He's got more fans than me. You're so funny. I just become the Dwight and everybody's showing up here. You know what I mean? I'm getting everybody just popping by.
This is where it's happening.
It's like middle school brings everybody to the yard. You know what I mean? So, anywho, guys, so we're talking about the holidays, and this is the room where they're going to be holding some of the gifts for Christmas. You guys are geared up for Christmas. Much down the road, but I thank you to everybody that contributed to the Thanksgiving for Eagles Flight. But we're now moving on to Christmas, and it's interesting. Are you one of the people, Pam, that gets the Christmas tree out before Thanksgiving?
So now first it's Christmas.
Okay, so you know. It's interesting. So we actually put I see at the Christmas lights. My wife, she actually we kept them on the trees, and then now we just kind of plug them all in. Just got the extension and plugged them all in. Well, she did, and I was there supervising. I'm a good supervisor. I am a great supervisor. I'm like, hey, anyway. So I tell her that she gets upset. But anyway, if it was because or can you see me now? Okay. Are we up? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulties, but we are back. I'm here with Pam Allen, and there's been so many different, organizations. Like we're talking about the different nonprofits, and let me ask you: have you noticed that out of all of this year is everybody?
I mean, I've gone through with Eagles Flight. I've just seen that we have this strain. South nonprofits, a few of them had to respond to this huge increase of people coming in to our city, and so that has been really not draining, because I don't want to use that,
Right.
but it's strain. But we're still able to serve. So, we're just having that time. But, when Christmas, after COVID, Cleto, and you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, boy, do I.
This just started meaning so much more. I lost my my sister.
Sister, I remember that.
And then I lost my brother-in-law to COVID. And right before that, remember, you and I were in the hospital at the same time. And we had a Who Wore It Better contest.
She is the only person that made me laugh. And when I say laugh, I mean like smile, because I couldn't laugh. I was in this airflow mask thing, right? And they're pumping this oxygen in me. And the look at the doctor's faces are like, this guy's not going to make it.
Yeah, we didn't think you were.
And nobody thought I was going to make it. I mean, my oxygen level was supposed to be at 99. It was at 45. So I'm looking at him, and then I went on social media that
made a
evening
mistake and took a selfie.
and I took a selfie because she asked me, "How you doing?" And I took a selfie for my family to let them know how I was doing. So she posts her. She was in the hospital too. She wound up putting her picture in her gown and me in my gown, and she goes, and the what did you have?
I didn't have
anything.
He won because he had all the accessories.
She goes, he had all the accessories. He had props. That made me laugh so hard. I mean, and again, hard for me. Oh, Pam. I mean, it literally hurt to laugh, but it was the breath of fresh air, if you will, no pun intended, but is what I needed. And being the deflector during hard times like that, for me, that's just, how I cope with it. That's how I cope with a lot of
So
stuff.
you needed someone to deflect for you.
I did. And, it was such an interesting time during COVID.
But don't you appreciate the holidays more? They just came up to this level.
No, let me tell you something.
Say it.
There's my perspective on life is so different now.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
And it's like every now and then I'll get a reminder, about it. And it's usually comes through the voice of an angel, like my wife. but it is something that, while I was in ICU for those 3 weeks, not yet, but so I was there and I was someone asked me after I got out, what was the lesson? And someone from my church asked me, what was your lesson on this? And I said, I said, if there was a lesson, I think it had to do with not complaining anymore. Before I got into COVID, I complained about everything. I mean, why am I not here in my career? Why does this guy got that gig? Blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm not a great dad and all, just a great husband. All this stuff I was complaining about. Why doesn't she listen to me? Whatever, It's like I just kept complaining. And it was like, okay, you want to complain? Let me show you what you got. I literally saw every blessing that I had in front of me. And I said, you know what? And a lot of people were kind of like, did you make a deal with God because you weren't supposed to make it? I mean, you're looking at a walking miracle. Yes. The doctor, I mean, Yami, his husband, and they were all talking about how, this guy, they asked about me and they said, yeah, that guy's a walking miracle. He was supposed to walk out of. And, it's one of those things that you're so paranoid, frightened about not knowing, full of anxiety of not knowing what's going to happen. You can get married in the next minute and you're just like, reality sets in. But, I didn't make no deals with God, but I did tell him, if I make this, I will give you the glory. I will, no matter where I go. I don't matter. And I don't care if they want to hear it or not, but, I will. And sure enough, my wife really, honestly, and I say this all the time, she's probably tired of hearing it, but, she was the only one that knew I was walking out of there. She was the only one that knew.
That's who
she was like, I mean, even I was telling her, look, tell the kids I'm going to check in on them, and she was like, stop, don't talk like that. She goes, I will hang up on you. And she did. She hung up on me.
That's my girl.
She hung up on me. I'm here on my deathbed. She hangs up on me.
My
and
girl.
She calls me back. She's, are you done? I said, she goes, look, you might not have faith right now, but I'll have the faith for both of us.
There you go.
And I will lift your arm to hold that sword if I have to. And she said that, I felt that. And I said, wow, man, this is crazy. This is what faith truly looks like.
But you appreciate.
Oh, I did. I appreciated her. I couldn't wait. Man, I'm trying not to get emotional. I couldn't wait to see her.
Yeah.
And it's like you think back about all the stuff that's nonsense.
Yeah.
You kind of like, what are you doing, man? Yeah. This, she's not perfect. You're not perfect, and it's, you realize what you have. My dad always told me, he goes, you'll know your friends and who loves you when you're in jail or the hospital. And I said, yep, he's right. And when I was in the hospital, I was the only one. I mean, I literally had people tell me, man, it was nice knowing you, bro. Take care, man, bro. Hey, it was nice knowing you. And I was like, and my wife was the only one, no, you're walking out of there. You're coming home to me. God is not going to take my joy away. And I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I'm over here breathing, but she was so strong. And I think every now and then, as different as we are, you sometimes have to take a step back and say, maybe she is right. Maybe she is right. She'll probably say, I know I am right.
Okay, we're gonna put this on the calendar. Cleto said
but I mean, I go on. There's a whole another show, but we are definitely here for you guys, and we want to share a little bit of our testimonies of how God got us through, COVID and so on, and how He's gonna come through for some people for Christmas. And Jeanette, I believe, was asking on here, how can they donate their time and volunteer to help you guys?
So thank you so much for offering that. Go to eaglesflightsa.com and you will see more information on how you could help. If you want to donate financially, you can. If you want to our center located here at the Care Zone at Dwight Middle School. We're open here Mondays through Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're open those days to serve the community. And you can definitely bring some toys. You can definitely come and get time. That's a good thing too, because as you saw downstairs, that's not only Thanksgiving, but that's people coming in for food and clothing and for diapers. That's people just coming in.
And Pam, I wanted to let you know that Lynette was asking. Normally we do our shows at Mi Familia, right? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to donate a show in December, early December. One of those Wednesdays, I'm going to get with them to find out when we can go do a show. And all of the proceeds from that is going to go to buying. So, all right. So I'm going to have a show, guys, and I need y'all's help to come. If you want to just come on, donate, or if you can't make the show, we'll put up a link, a QR code. You can go ahead and donate that way. All of it's going to be going to Eagles Fly. This is because I wanted to do Klepto Claus, and we wanted to connect with Eagles Flight on helping out some families. And this is one of the ways we want. I was figuring out, that'd be great. We could just do a sold out show right there, Mi Familia, and give as much as you can, or even bring a toy. Bring a toy to get in, or a couple of toys, boy, girl, just
or a gift card for teens.
Gift card, whatever it is for teens. That's right. Mm-hmm. I mean, we want to, and even if you want to get something for the parents, that's another thing too. My wife was like, when we started doing Klepto Claus, she was like, I remember I'm buying for the kids and getting their wish list and all this, and she goes, and we're shopping, and all of a sudden she goes, and I'm just like, she goes, well, the parents, they need something. We'll get them some cheese. She's like, cheese?
Only you.
She goes, I go, babe, it's like the kids got to take one, the parents take one for the teacher. Yeah, I'm going to get them something. And you know what? I'm going to get them from I go, hey, don't make me sound like, hey, I just finished shopping for like 5 hours here,
I believe you, but you know that.
I was like, those things at Walmart, those tin cans
with the popcorn.
She goes, if you were a parent and you had your kids and they're doing stuff for you, what would you want? Oh, a gift card. Is that right? How about if I got you cheese?
You don't want the popcorn?
I don't want it. Well, I told her, when she asked me about the popcorn, I go, that's a trick question because she knows I like the caramel one. And that, forget it was a long story. I go there. Anyway, but you know what? I'm going to get the show going. So if you want to go ahead and help out, that's going to be our contribution next to what we're doing with the Salvation Army, which, by the way, I got to let you know that I'll be ringing the kettle today for the Where's Cleto kettle at the Days of Vala, the Sam's store at, is it
on
Sam's?
Days of Vala in 10.
On Days of Vala in 10. I'll be there from 3 to 6 today.
You're ringing the bell.
Ringing the bell. So if you want to come donate to our kettle, I'll be out there freezing. So come on down there and just, I'm going to see if the girls can make it. I don't know if Margaret can make it. She's sick. And I think Vanessa's still at work. So it'll probably be me solo. So if you want to come by, say hi, that'd be great. I'm going to see if I can get my kids to come hang out with me. Probably not, but they're like, Dad, whatever. Just bring your phone. Sit down, So I'm going to take my folding chair so I can, You get tired after 3 hours, so you know.
Hey, are you gonna wear your special costume? Because
Well,
that's
I
really
was gonna
cool.
wear my Santa suit because I just got my Santa suit.
Nice.
I got a brand new Santa suit. Lynette got it for me, and but it depends how cold it is. If it's really cold, then I'll wear my Santa suit. If it's not, then I'll probably wear this. So.
No, you have that one where you're an elf and you put on medias.
Oh, you talking about my elf
They're
outfit?
green medias.
If I wore those elf, I would stop traffic, Pam. Pam, I would stop traffic. Okay, I wore an elf outfit one year, and I think I might still have it.
Yeah.
But I had to, and it came with green and red medias. Tights. Yeah, they're tights, and I wore them, and I'll never forget. We were at Miss Marion's, remember?
Yes.
She had council people there, Sheriff Salazar, all these big wigs, and I'm there in my media, like, how you doing, Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas. With my little elf hat and my shoes,
your pointy shoes.
The little pointy shoes. I'm like, but then my little shirt went up to like right here, so it showed like nothing but just thighs right there. Just it's like, oh man, this is not good.
That's hilarious.
I had more. I'm like, and the ladies there, like cochinas, they're over there.
Yeah, I have a few pictures of you.
Yeah, I mean,
to make fun of you.
Oh my gosh. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed with. You know what? If I wore that, I'd get a lot of money. I really would.
Well, there you
Matter
go.
of fact, I should probably do that.
Yeah.
I should probably.
Well, run in
if I
to
could
Walmart
find
and
it.
go get some. And
Medias. Folks, you know what? If I can find it, if I have them there, I will wear it. I will wear it today.
Promise.
And I will. If I have it, I will wear it. I'll be like, ooh, bring everybody to the yard.
I'm sure they will.
I'm like, hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. That's what I just, hey, ho, ho, ho. Yeah.
That was
crazy.
a great costume.
Yeah, I good old Party City, boy. They don't never disappoint. Let me tell you. But again, guys, if you'd like to go ahead and contribute, where can they go to find, donate, like online or something like that?
On eaglesflightsa.com. Go over there. There's a donate button. We could use all the help that we could get. We've already got started because December 26th is when we.
Do you need help?
Yes.
We have a good group. I have a good group that I could probably get a few of them to come on down and help rap. We'll have a rap party. Hey,
yeah.
Hold on. 1, 2. And then they call me scary. Oh my gosh. All right. How we doing, Bet? How we doing? All right, let's do a quick roll call and then we'll go ahead and Bertha, good morning, Bertha. How you doing? Who's that? Oh, Michael Flores. How you doing, Michael? Ron Hernandez. How you doing, Ron? Awesome. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you want to help out in any way to Eagles Flight, they'd really appreciate it. And again, we want to do our part to give back as much as possible. Sometimes we can't do monetary donation, we can do time. So if you can do that and that's you, reach out to us. We'll go ahead. We're going to be doing the what date, and we'll still get together, come down and just kind of hang out and just have a little blast there. Help wrap it some gifts and again, folks, it's such a thing to sometimes. It's a great feeling when you put when you schedule something like this. We did something last year. We did what was it? We did for Michael. When do y'all do
We haven't scheduled that. We're going to do the 2nd of December.
Okay. Yeah, we got. That's
amazing.
Cool.
Thank you.
So the whole deal is we'll we'll buy pizza and we'll share like what your method is. Be appreciated. But we did something last year, and it was really cool. Was it Elf Louise, babe? That we did? Elf Louise. It was the first time we ever did that. We went to deliver gifts to people.
Oh,
And they give us, and I'm like, oh, it's brand new. And I'm wearing it, and that's one of the reasons I did. No, I'm just kidding. We wind up going and doing all that, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we were like, they gave us a certain part of town, and we just kept going down the blocks and delivering gifts. And it's an awesome thing to know that just giving of yourself, of your time, just your time, because we didn't buy the gifts. They already bought and wrapped and everything, but it was just they needed people to deliver them. So it's like, we're like, okay, we did that. And of course, my wife asked me this year, are we going to do that again? I said, no, gas. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, but it was just, it made me realize that, I think just showing our boys too, helping us, just to volunteer, get them in that mode of wanting to help and wanting to volunteer is such a great thing. So, and again, applaud to you and the crew here. I know y'all are working really hard, and I know y'all had to cut back because of costs and stuff like that. If you are a business out there and would love to be part of Eagles Flight and help them by donating, if you can donate a certain amount each month or each year, I mean, it's going to definitely make, because they got something going on all year long. It's not just for Christmas or Thanksgiving, but they're out when there's a need. I mean, they're there, and then they also have their own personal one that are near and dear to their heart. And it's, as Pam explained a little earlier. So if that's you, if you're a business, if you know of a business, reach out to Pam. You just heard it, Eagles Flight SA.com.
And we're on Facebook too, Eagles Flight. Follow us on Facebook, because that's where you see a lot of things happening, a lot of requests, maybe something we need. If we need size 6 diapers, we'll put that on there, and people come through for us all the time.
Awesome. Well, I tell you right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our final thought. And do you have a final thought?
As we were talking earlier, it's about the joy of the season, the joy of the ultimate gift, the joy of love.
Mm-hmm.
And even though what's happening around you it sometimes doesn't seem fair, but God is always there to uphold you, and he is faithful and just to do what he says he's going to do. And he says he's going to turn it around, right? And we believe him for that. And so we're thankful. We're thankful for the support that we've had, and we're thankful for the friendships that continue to sow into us. And so, guys, I could just tell you this season, be thankful. And you're here, and we're not here for ourselves.
That's right. And you definitely have a heart of gold. You, Tim, the whole crew, Marty, but you guys, no, I'm just kidding. She's an angel. But no, you guys are doing some remarkable things, and we want to, whatever we can do to help out. I mean, being partnered up with you guys over the years, it's just been a whirlwind. I mean, it's just been overwhelming for me just to see, lives and change, and knowing that my family's been part of it as well. And just, the process itself is something that you need to trust. And the one thing that I think you and I have really, come to, that we're right there in the online, is that we trust God with everything.
Yep.
And, it's like when one door closes, he opens about 10 more.
Yeah.
And that's just been the way it's been for me. I mean, I've been truly blessed, all the way around. I mean, I got so much to be thankful for. And I think my final thought is definitely that. Just be thankful for some of the things that are just around you that you don't even realize, that we take for granted every day, like air. Like, I mean, it's so funny. I remember when I got out of the hospital, I remember I was in the first traffic jam, and I was like, I love traffic. I love me some traffic. That's when I knew the Lord was in me. I was like, you know what? It was a different sign right there. Yep. But yeah, so again, guys, as Thanksgiving comes upon us, definitely be, be reaching out and realizing what you're really truly thankful for. And life is a big thing to be thankful for.
Yeah.
And there's some that, you know, right when you think you don't have it going well, there's a lot of folks that are a lot worse than you are. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind. And again, but most of all, keep that joy up. And you know, like I said, if you really want to laugh and enjoy life, come see me at 3 o'clock at Sam's on Days of Allah. You're gonna see me with some medias on. If I
Green
find
tights.
the green tights, that's right. So I'm gonna go home, babe. Can you see if they're in the closet? Because if they are there, I'm gonna wear them. My wife's like, you ain't gonna show them legs. Anyway, guys, God bless y'all. We'll see y'all mañana. We'll be at Nadler's tomorrow, Lord willing. So again, Pam, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll let y'all know. I'll mention tomorrow. I'll finalize the date for the comedy show. If you want to go and come on down and help me sell that place out. And I don't know, we might have to do a little Christmas get together on that night as well. So for all the Where's Cleto crew. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We will let you go. Bye. God bless. Bye.